Hi everybody, it's Zach, or Noodle, or Wingo Tango, or McKenna, depending on how you know me. I'm me, and this is my camping gear. Ta-da! So let's start with my pack. This pack, I walked 2,000 miles with. Then I bought my new pack, which I will hike PCT with. So we don't need to worry about new packs, but here's the new pack. Super duper light. I bought with this pod. On the bottom of the pack, it's shaped like a D, and this pod looks like a D when it's filled up properly. There's that. My sleeping bag. Right now it's in a pillowcase because of the way it's supposed to be handled. Right here. I believe it's a 20-degree sleeping bag. It also could be a quilt. It's really nice, comfortable. Hiked the Appalachian Trail with it most of the way. Did send it back home. Regretted that decision because I got cold for like a month. Bad idea. Won't do it again. With the sleeping bag comes the pillow. Super duper easy to blow up. Pretty neat. My sleeping pad. You blow that up. You lay it on the ground. It keeps you separated from the cold, so you don't freeze to death because your body heat gets sucked out of you from the ground. So this separates you from the ground. My sleeping bag liner. You sleep in this, and it increases your sleeping bag temperature by like 10 to 15 degrees, depending on the liner you get. I believe this one's 15 degree. When I sent my sleeping bag home, I slept in this, and it got about 50 degrees at night, and I was cold, but I was able to survive. So, lesson learned there: don't send your sleeping bag home. And this was the sleeping bag I bought when I was on trail. It's just a lighter bag because it got warm, really warm on the Appalachian Trail, and I didn't want to be carrying around such a heavy bag, sweating at night, all that stuff. Clothes that I wore on the Appalachian Trail. Some of you guys might recognize this, maybe not. It's been washed about 300 times. Still, I think it smells good. Most people say that when I put it on and start sweating, it starts stinking. The camera person's shaking their head, that they agree with that statement. And this is my kilt. Hiked the entire Appalachian Trail in this. It's got a couple burn holes in it from fires. A couple of the steams are coming out just because I'm really rough. That's the way everything goes with me. But all this gear survived the Appalachian Trail with me, so it's good gear, it's strong gear. Even this little tiny stove I'm gonna get to in a second. All right, so those are clothes I hiked with. Sleeping in. I slept in this shirt and I forgot the shorts at home. No big deal. They're just little tiny shorts that I bought for a music festival that I went to 2018. All right, there's my shirt. Puffy coat. I'm gonna head inside after this video and order a new puffy coat because I got the money for it, thanks to a generous donor that likes me hiking the Appalachian Trail. Thank you very much. But this puffy coat I bought right before entering the Smokies because the last puffy coat I bought I accidentally left. Yeah, I left it. I know where I left it. When I went back to go get it, it wasn't there. Someone else probably picked it up and is using it to this day. Hopefully a homeless person, you know, it's going to good use. But anyway, this puffy coat is synthetic. It was warm enough to keep me alive the entire time. I was super duper happy with it, especially through the Smokies where it snowed and it got cold. Yeah, that's pretty much that. All right, back to my pack. I know I'm going a little back and forth here, but this is a pack cover. I will not need it for my new pack because that one is waterproof. This old pack was not, so anytime it rained on the Appalachian Trail, seemed like the first month, every day was wet or soggy of some sort. Had to have the pack cover on to keep my stuff inside dry and me dry. My raincoat. One thing I learned on the Appalachian Trail is you don't hike with your raincoat on, because if it's raining, you're gonna get wet. Wow, this thing stinks. All right, whew. All right, so anyway, what you would do is you'd hike with your regular clothes. You'd hike with your regular clothes, and then when you get to wherever you're going, you put your raincoat on, and it will keep you warm, keep all like keep you comfortable, as well as your puppy coat. Rain pants. I brought these for I believe like the first 30 miles, maybe even more. I did send them back home because I just didn't wear them. I wore my kilt the entire time. I also wore leggings underneath the kilt when it was cold to keep me warm. But when I did have these, I wore these when I stopped. You know, I would just take them off. And you sweat a lot in your rain gear, so you just try not to wear it as much as you can be. It's mainly used for like wind protection. So if it's really windy, sandy, and it's blowing, you put it on and it keeps you safe. I wore my raincoat one time on top of a mountain. I think it was Moosalaki up in New Hampshire, the first 4,000 footer that I climbed. And it was so windy that they have little black flies on top of the mountains, and they were not in my face if I was facing the wind. But if you could look behind me, you would see tiny black dots just in my wind stream. It was really gross. Cool though. All right. And a couple things that I left. Trekking poles. Believe it or not, you use these to walk around. It actually helps. Whether you're doing a simple little day hike, like up Mount Franklin, I believe it's that way, or you're going 2,192 miles on the Appalachian Trail. These are the second, maybe third, trekking poles that I have. They last forever. They look really beat up right now. I swear they're good. A little bit of the cork handle's missing. I might head to REI and get them swapped out just because that's where they were bought. If you're ever gonna buy me anything, buy it at REI. It's amazing there. All right. My tent. All right. Super duper light. Carrying it with one hand, as you can tell. It's super durable. It's made out of nylon and this really weird stuff. It does come with a fly, and I did get a, I forget what it's called, a footprint. I did get a tent footprint for this. Obviously, I don't have it out. It's over there, behind the bags. It's just a gray tarp. And you put it on the bottom, and it keeps stuff from poking through your tent, to poke your sleeping pad. Oh, my stove. I've been using this as a comfort item so I can talk to you guys. All right, I'm getting a new stove. It's a bigger mouth, and then I'll get a bigger cup. Forgot the cup at home as well. And it will be able to disperse the heat more. When I was on the Appalachian Trail, I burned a lot of stuff because the heat was very directed right on top, and my stove was like a little tiny cup, and it would just send the heat up from the bottom. So if I wasn't stirring it, if I walked away for 10-20 seconds and wasn't paying attention, my food would get burnt. But it's okay. My mother always said it's like cleaning out your system or something like that. Thanks, Mom. Anyway, last but not least is the Garmin. I believe it's dead right now. I haven't tried to turn it on. Should I be out here or should I go in there? Either way, Garmin. It was a gift for starting the Appalachian Trail last year to make sure I was safe. At first, I was a little weary about carrying it, but then afterwards, I thought it was really cool because I could literally text anybody, anywhere, anytime, and they could text me back. I do need a subscription for this, so that is one thing that I'm looking into. Last time, one of my aunts paid for it. If she wants to do it again, that's okay. But anyway, yeah, this was really cool, and that is, oh, not everything. All right, look past a couple things. My food bag. This thing is made of Kevlar. It will not, just because it's made of Kevlar, it's not gonna stop a bullet. But what it will do is keep a bear out of it. If you could feel it, it feels a little rough right now just because it's used and worn. But you tie it a certain way around a tree, and then you tie a knot around it, and then when a bear comes up and tries to eat your food, they're gonna be like, ah, I can't get in. It's it's pretty cool. I haven't had a bear come after it yet. Hopefully no bear does come after my food. But I have known some people who have improperly tied their food up to a tree and they've lost food to a bear. Kind of sucks. We help each other out on the trail, so it's all good. Hi, Grandma. This butt pad. Hi. Butt pad. I used Blue. I don't know if you guys know Blue, but Blue was the guy I started the Appalachian Trail with and hiked with him for every single day except for 27? I believe it was 27 days. It might be 21. But we hiked together for every single day except for those amount of days. And for most of the first half of the trail, I used his, not realizing that this simple piece of plastic keeps your butt warm, and it's amazing. It's great. People think I'm stupid for bringing it whenever we go climbing because they're climbers, they sit on rocks. But whatever. Let's see.
We also have butts.
Gosh, shut up. Okay, so anyway, these are not Crocs. They're just regular dollar store shoes. See, as you can tell, they're not Crocs. They actually broke, and I used a piece of rope to tie it off. And these are your camp shoes. So whenever you get to camp, you take your shoes off, you let your feet breathe, take your socks off, let them dry, and you put your camp shoes on, and it helps you keep your feet healthy. And last but not least, the most important item is the deuce, number 2. All right, it's a pooper scooper. So if you gotta take a boom boom in the wild, if you gotta take a boom boom in the wild, you gotta bury your poop. So you dig a little cat hole. On the PCT, they want you to carry out your toilet paper, but on the Appalachian Trail, they want you to put toilet paper in the hole and then cover the hole back up. So that is all my gear. It does great. I survived with it. There's a couple items that I do want to upgrade, and I'm working on communicating with people, you know, blah, blah, blah. So that's everything. Thank you for watching. I don't know how long this was. Video. Enjoy your day. Enjoy whatever. All right, bye-bye.